Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel for yet another deck profile. I've been messing around with a pure Zoodiac variant. It hasn't seen much play since Dryden got banned. However, a few people have requested to see my list, and I've been messing around with it on Nexus and doing a book. And I just thought I'd show what the strategy is, how it works, and yeah. So also before we start, I'm super close to 200 subscribers. So if you are new and you do want to subscribe, I do deck profiles like every week now. We've got a few tournaments coming up as well, which I'll be playing in. And I also stream literally every other day on Twitch. So I'll leave my Twitch link in the description if you want to check that out. So yeah, without further ado, this is the deck. So we got quite a few hand traps and go second cards. So we'll start off from the top. So we go 3 Imperm, just really generic. Good going first, good going second. One of my favourite hand traps. Ash, really good right now as well. And same with Dimension Shifter. So in this deck, it doesn't really matter if you banish your resources from the grave. It's just a solid card right now. It stops. It's good against Tri-Brigade, good against Drytron, good against Virtual World, and it can hit like Salaman Great, Sky Striker, which are really popular right now as well. And then we play Ghost Bell, another card that's really good in the meta right now against like Tri-Brigade. Doing a Bell and a Revolt is like insanely strong, so I think we play these just mainly for the Revolt, but obviously it hits like Drytron, it kind of hits Sky Striker as well, so it's really generic. So we want to try and play loads of generic hand traps to cover a lot of matchups here. And then we play 2 Alpha in the main deck. So Alpha is a Dragoon out, and it's good in the Zoodiac deck because it can bounce multiple cards because they are all Beast Warriors. So yeah, that's pretty good. Pank Tops, just a power going second card. We are going second, so the strategy is to break the board or stop them with the hand traps and the go second cards, and then either Zeus or just take advantage of the Zoodiac engine. So we play Thoroughblade, Whiptails, Ram, so it's 14 altogether. So we got so this gives us I'm not sure what the exact math is, but it gives us a good percentage of seeing at least 1 or 2 starters. One for to start our go second plays, and then one for follow up. So yeah, obviously we max out on the Thoroughblades and like the good Zeus because you can always get a draw off Thoroughblade as well. And we play Thoroughblade at 3 because it's good with Borbo as well to poke for some damage if needed, and then Zeus. Bunny Blast is good against Sky Striker, stop a Widow Anchor. So yeah, it's pretty good. 3 Desires, so you can probably play Prosperity, I suppose, but I don't think you need to. I think Desires is fine. Doesn't matter what you banish, I suppose. And the draw 2 is always going to be good in this deck because you play so many hand traps and so many other utility cards. So play Monster Reborn in case we get Nibiru's, or if you want to try to steal like a boss monster in the opponent's graveyard, we can use that. It good utility going second as well because your opponent's always going to have cards in the grave. And then Mystic Mine. So I was messing around on doing a book, and I was dropping Mystic Mine on people. I just didn't. People forget this card exists sometimes, and yeah, I dropped Mystic Mine on like 3 people on doing a book the other day, and all of them just scoop game 1. So it can steal a game 1 for absolutely free, and you can play under it so well. Let's say it's Dragon Link. If you can bait out the hand traps, the negate, sorry, and then drop a mine, you should normally deck them out, or at least they should scoop. If not, you can always summon a Zoo, overlay for a Borbro, and then go for a Zeus that way. And then we play the backer removal like Duster Cosmics. They're probably the most generic and the most effective right now. You could probably play Lightning Storms in here. We could also play that in side deck, but that's just preference, I suppose. And then Macrocosmos, because in case we get put, our opponent sees our strategy and puts us first in the game 1, we do have a good card that's really good in the meta right now. Same reason as D-Shift is really good. Macrocosmos is fantastic. So that's the main deck, 40 cards, really straightforward. You just want to go second, stop your opponent with hand traps, or break the board with like alphas, Pank Tops, mine, or just get rid of the back row, and then utilize Zeus and the Zoodiac engine. So for the extra deck, we max out Tiger Mortars and Shakanine because they're just good utility to have in the extra deck. And then Borbo, you could probably max out Borbo to be fair, But I don't think 3's. I've never ever used 3. I think 2's always been fine for me. Obviously, this is the one that enables Zeus, so it's pretty good. Hamikong is another name. It does come up now and then, but I think it's mostly just another name for a 4 material Zeus or a 6 material Zeus. I think 4 materials like probably the most go-to play at the moment. I don't think you can use 6 material Zeus anymore, especially with Droiding gone. So yeah, so another name. The Vespinato is like decent. It comes up now and then. People don't really expect it, and it's just good to have in the Zoodiac deck. 2 Zeus because it's the win condition, really good. This card is borderline bannable. I think it is. It probably will get banned one day. And if you guys want to pick up Secret Rares, they're pretty cheap right now because the reprint is coming out in Megatins. And then for the remainder of the cards, we play Phoenix because it's utility. And then Dogmatica can come up now and then, especially at locals, and it can come up at in Doom the Book rated. So we want to try and take advantage of the stuff they sent from our extra decks to the grave. So Entis is really good to break the pause. And then for the side deck, I always say my side deck my videos, deck profiles, build your side deck around the meta. Draw Lockbird is used purely just to stop a turn. If we're against like Drytron or Dragon Link, we can just stop the turn pretty much. Even though like most good players can play through it or around it, it's still a really impactful card. Especially because it's like it can stop random decks as well that super rogue like Danger. I played like a Danger Grand Marshal deck the other day, so this card's good against that. Shade Ride, one of my favourite cards. It's technically a glorified Upstart Goblin, but it makes your opponent think. Say if you're playing Drytron and you Shade Ride, they have to think because it's from the graveyard as well as the main deck. So if they start adding stuff from the grave, getting a Salamander great as well, you get to draw cards for that. Dimension Fisher, same as Macrocosmos, like a really good card in the game right now. Yeah, that's for going first because we don't really have like a go first strategy. That's why we play the trap cards, which I'll get onto now. The third Cosmic Cyclone and Red Reboot. So I play this because let's say you're against Eldritch, they set 4 pass. They flip up a Strike or a Sanguine. You can reboot them, make them set from deck, or they can choose, it's optional, and then you just Zeus all the back row away. Yeah, in Eldritch, resources in a grave is good for them, but if you can just like do a 4 material Zeus, you should be winning that game. And then if we put first, we can back ourselves up with loads of trap cards like Strikes, Judgments, and Imperial Order. I got a feeling this card's going to get banned in Imperial Order. I think it's just too good. It's too strong. Spell cards are so important, and it depends how much Konami loves Sky Striker, I suppose. But yeah, this card's really strong. I know a couple of good players calling out for this to be banned. I agree with it. I think this card's absolutely insane. We've seen it come up in the last few years. People just put it in the main decks for just a free win, and it is literally a free win against certain matchups, I suppose. But it is like generically spell cards are used across the board. So yeah, this card's broken. When you see it, you should be winning that game. So that's it for the deck. Let me know what you guys think, and if there's any more deck profiles you want to see. I'm currently messing around with loads of different decks right now, and yeah, I've got a tournament. I'm planning on playing this deck for the tournament, just for a meme, I suppose. See how it goes. And yeah, like I said, check out my socials in the description, my Twitch, and subscribe if you're new. I'll be doing loads of more deck profiles coming up shortly, so stick around if you want to gain some knowledge, I suppose. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys, and hopefully catch you soon.